Come one, come all, and settle in. Welcome to the year of fright. For the 5th year of Club Flashpoint, we dive into the world of horror. This month, Northern Journey. I am Faden Cross.
I am Uncle.
I am Max.
I am Beansprout.
And we are back with another episode of Club Flashpoint, the game club that asked the question, what if we did a whole year of scary games, and committed to it?
Kind of scary games.
Yeah.
Mostly.
This would be a
one
scary
scared
game
me.
for some. Yeah.
This for me.
I will say, this game had got me with more jump scares than other games this year.
Really?
Yep.
I don't think at any point this game scared me, but I did deal with a lot of negative emotions while playing it, despite the fact that I loved it.
Yeah, this is a game developed and published by Slid Studio. Their only game came out in August 18th, 2021. Well, there was a few people in the credits. There's a lot of people.
A lot of people are thanked, but I mean the credits are from a first-person perspective. He said, "Thank you, I thank you, I thank you." Like
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And who suggested this one?
Me. This is my game.
Why'd you suggest this?
This is just a game that's been on a list of games that I knew about but didn't know much about and heard it's really cool. I saw some animation for it in like some online video review. I think this is another maybe Mandalore gaming recommendation. I don't know. It sounded up my alley. It's just in terms of like the style, it looked really cool. I heard the music was really good. And so I was interested, but this is a game I probably never would have played unless I had an excuse to play it or like a reason why I had to play it. And so I recommended it for this year, and I'm glad I did, despite the frustration I did have with it.
I am also extremely glad that you suggested, in my opinion, the scariest game we played this year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to me that, I think part of the problem is probably just I don't really know what does scare me these days besides real life anxiety inducing emergencies. Like a sick pet. Like that.
Real life is
me.
more horrifying than anything
way
virtual.
more.
But like I don't know, this game really just did not frighten me at all. And I'm so curious to hear about what spooked you guys.
And before we get into that, we should do the elevator pitch. Because here at Club Flashpoint, we like to pitch the game as if we had 30 seconds in an elevator to describe what this game is about and give a reason why you should be interested in it. Who would like to do the elevator pitch this time?
I can.
All right, Max. You have 30 seconds on the clock to pitch Northern Journey. On your mark, get set, pitch.
So, sir, Dread Delusion did amazing last year. We need to do a similar game just like that, something that we can print out in just a quick amount of time, and I'm thinking, let's go north. Let's go north. Let's get to the cold areas. Let's get to the weird, druidic, witch, swampy, zip lines. I'm thinking crossbows. I'm thinking slingshot. I'm thinking harpoon crossbow.
Yeah, I'm thinking crossbow.
Now, Northern Journey did come out a while ago.
Yes, I think I was pitching this one more as of
for the show,
a game for the show,
the fictional universe of the show. Yeah,
the fictional. Well, because we do, in order to choose a game for Club Flashpoint, we do all get together in a boardroom. There is the titular Sir. We don't know who this person is. We don't know what they do. We don't even know if they're actually male, but we have to pitch to this Sir figure, and they will give us the thumbs up or thumbs down on if we can play this game.
That's how I imagine it too.
That's just true.
Wait,
Gosh.
real quick.
Yeah.
Did this game come out before or after Skyrim?
after.
Oh, way after. Skyrim.
Definitely after. This
Beans.
is
2011?
Shit, when did this game come out?
2011, not 2011, 2021.
Skyrim's 2011.
Yeah, Skyrim's 2011. 10 years after Skyrim.
21. Okay. Yeah, it's a really unique game. I don't think I've ever played anything exactly like this. Like, I think there's... Faden, I think at one point you said this felt kind of like a medieval Doom or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
kind of-
Morrowind and Doom smashed into
Yeah.
one beautiful beast.
It's kind of like that. There's a lot of platforming. I think this game really does capture being lost in northern woods, though.
Yes.
Everything looks the same, and yet there's like endless detail in all these really simple, this sea of greens and dark stone colors. It's really beautiful, and vast. This is a huge game.
Yes.
It's what's really interesting, I think, to me, is how perfectly it captures the fact that fucking spiders and flies are the ultimate villain of northern woodlands everywhere. It's bugs. It's bugs. Bugs is the problem.
Bugs is the problem, for sure. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think this game does a lot with the art of the world. It does a lot with how little. I mean, like, graphically, it's not like the world's most impressive thing to look at. It's pretty chunky, kind of PS1 era graphics in a lot of ways. But just I don't know. Like, it really does so much with that. You feel pretty damn immersed in a beautiful, scary northern woodland. Despite the graphical limitations, it's really impressive, and I don't know that I've ever played a game that was as thoughtful with this is like a very basic ranged combat kiting game where you're just getting your enemies for the most part to chase you around, and then you're Tom and Jerrying them.
Well, this is where it's most like Doom,
crossbows.
where you're
that's
going
it's like
through an
Doom,
arena and
but I've
you're
never-
strafing around them.
Right, and I've never played a game of that stripe that's so... Like, every arena is totally unique, and you'd think fighting just an endless array of spiders and flying insects would get really old really fast, but somehow every enemy feels totally unique, really special, and is doing things that make them feel more interesting than most enemies you fight in big, high-budget games these days. So really interesting experience overall.
Yeah, I think it's when games do a good job of understanding what the player's toolbox is, and then how do we make the enemies fit those tools. And you're right, like a lot of games these days will just be like, here's an enemy, but it's colored red, so it has more HP. Like any time where you can add a gameplay element to a different type of enemy, that just adds more depth to your game. And that's where this game can really excel, where it's like, graphically, it is what it is. Like, you see it, and it's like very reminiscent of Dread Delusion. Except I loved how the developer animated movement in Humanoids, where it was just like a rudimentary like
purposefully janky.
childlike childlike claymation where you're just like stretching the models to walk. Like they're not pushing their arms forward. Their arms are getting stretched forward, and their body's getting stretched forward. It's something that's describable by it if you look at it and you see it in the game as well. But
like cartoon like physics.
Well, it's as if Satan did the rigging for all these animations.
Yeah, everybody looks kind of subtly possessed when they move around.
Yeah.
Actually, not even that subtly. Like, their eyes are all bugging out of their heads. It's the movements are erratic. I think it's best exemplified in how self-aware and really tonally perfect it is in one of the final phases of the game, one of the boss fights when a certain character ties knives to his pet. That's just like such a janky boss fight, and it feels really purposeful, and it's hilarious. It works. I've heard this game described as happy sad, and that kind of fits. I think it's like eldritch, cartoony, quirky fun. It feels very folklore. It feels very. Like, I'm sure there are like allusions to Scandinavian mythology or folklore that I just don't even know that are buried in this game.
The one I picked up, like the flute player just being Odin because he shows up as a raven, that was the first thing that I picked up on for like but like past that, I mean, I feel like I was just looking for a lot because the game's called Northern Journey, and I don't know. You see like how the doctor is shaking the bones and throwing them on the ground to figure out what's wrong with you, and then heals you. I love the quirky doctor in the town. That all the the
creepy priest.
What is it? Yeah, the creepy doppelganger priest, and then the seance guy, the guy that like, makes a purple flame. Yeah, and he huffs the smoke, and then gets a really crazy animation, and then kind of tells you what's going to happen in the future in a riddly way.
Just vaguely describes different areas and boss fights that you're going to face. Yeah.
Really? I thought he was just trying to tell you, like, you're going to die. Because, like, every time I talked to him, it was, like, something negative about, like, how I'm going to die.
Yeah, most of them are descriptions of ways you're in terrible danger. Because you are. You're a person who can't swim in a small rowboat rowing into a fjord. You're a disembodied pair of hands because you see your hands moving around the screen and often like not attached to arms or in some occasions. And you're rowing and your boat gets sunk by the flute player and because they need you to... It's a complicated story. You're wrestling down, or you're hunting down dimensional violators. Yeah.
Yes.
So like things that are tearing holes in reality. It's well,
I read it as tearing holes across the realms, like different Norse realms.
It's pretty wacky story. Every character seems to be insane.
They're all freaks.
They're all freaks. There's a man who's just in the stocks because he didn't pay his taxes, and there's a little boy shooting an endless barrage.
The sheriff's son.
Yeah, and shooting an endless barrage of berries at his ass. There's two witches in town who are definitely not witches. Don't worry the cauldron.
We have the black goats.
Yeah, ignore the cauldron of the black goats and the brooms.
Like the craftsman guy who doesn't want to do anything. He wants to be left alone.
Doesn't want to do jack shit.
Oh yeah, the inventor.
Yeah, Bean, what was your first impressions of this game? How'd you overall impressions?
Oh, my first impression of this game was nature, bugs. Oh, and bugs. Essentially, what you would feel like if you went out into nature and looked at all the negative aspects of nature. Like, it's just like nature horror. Or it's like there's bugs out here, there's mosquitoes out here, there's flies out here that are biting you, there's spiders out here that want to jump on you, there's ticks out here that they want to bite you. And, like, even the animals, like the moose out here, fucking hate you. Like, everything out here is just trying to kill you. and like the terrain, like I felt
Yeah.
really short in this game. Like I don't think I've ever really felt short in any other game. Really, this
That's a
game
great
made me
point.
feel short.
Yeah.
Like you were
You're low to the
like
ground.
the bushes. Yeah, like the bushes were like taller than you, and the grasses were taller than you at some points, and like the way you had to walk around things, like I felt so short, like so incredibly short, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like really in the dirt, I'm really in the grass, I'm really in the nature. And these bugs, I can hear them like from afar. I hear them coming at me, and I'm like, oh my god, where are they? And just ew, ick, get off of me, stay away from me.
You mentioned the terrain. I don't think any of us had really mentioned it yet. That's easily, I don't know about you guys, that's what killed me the most, was falling down.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, they want you to look too. They want you to go find the potions that level you up by 1 point. So like there are places where you can go kind of, and then there's places where like you cannot go. You will fall off if you try to jump on this or try to walk out that far.
Yeah, the only
Yeah.
permanent stat increase is you can find rare health potions that permanently increase your HP by 1. And they're hidden in locations. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played the old Xbox original The Hobbit game.
Yes.
Like
Actually,
ancient,
2 years ago,
yeah.
I replayed it on an emulator.
And you find courage points by traveling locations that are really, really dangerous, and you're probably going to fall down and die. These potions all feel like courage points. Like they're also the classic. You're going in a very linear direction on a map, and then choose to turn around for no reason, and it's right there behind you. I don't know about you guys. I got how many hit points did you finish the game with? I'm curious how many you found.
100.
149.
Oh, no.
So
Whoa!
close. I was
So
assuming they're
So
150.
close.
I got 147.
Oh, I had 125.
Wow.
Yeah. I got pretty close, and at the end of the game, I was like, I have enough health. I've been doing really good at the combat. I don't need any more of these. I just want to finish the game.
Rip.
I remember 2 that I skipped that I didn't pick up, and I remember one of them, the one in that level like just beforehand, and I'm like, I'm not loading back an hour beforehand just to get the ballista. If you end the game with 150 HP or 40 or whatever it was,
No, yeah. It's not
get-
it's not the maximum. You don't have to have found all of them. You can get the ballista. I had
That's what it is,
I had
yeah.
147, and you can get the ballista. So
I think it was like 140 is what you needed.
Oh, then I had 139 or something.
well-
It was like one before the requirement for the ballista.
well, then I found more than all of you. I found 147.
Yeah, I got.
Crazy.
I had 135, I believe.
Wow, I found the least.
That's interesting because I think you probably
I
had the
couldn't
easiest
beat-
time with this game overall.
Yeah, but I
this
couldn't.
Maybe
beat the
that's why
game,
you didn't
so.
find so many because I was arguably probably the most lost out of all of us, and so I explored every inch of this fucking game, getting lost constantly. Getting lost was the final boss of this game for me.
Oh, there's no arrow or direction, and like the hints. There's no hints. Like in my mind, there's no hints. I know they tell you, oh, here's like your objectives. You're finding, the doppelganger. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, that doesn't really tell me where I'm trying to go. That doesn't really tell me what I'm doing. And they purposefully have you go back and forth and back and forth. But it just again the terrain all looks the same, and
There's a lot
you're
of-
supposed to like circle.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Sorry, go.
Metroidvania in this where you are backtracking after unlocking a new movement ability to traverse the map or access areas you could see but couldn't necessarily access. The biggest case, of course, being the zipline pulley system.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I almost gave up on this game before I found the zipline pulley. Just trying to navigate Greenslit. Greenslit's like the first huge area you encounter, and like 5 other areas connect to Greenslit.
Yeah.
And navigating this area, because you have to find, you go on a scavenger hunt in this area, and a lot of the quests you end up on are some kind of fetch quest, but this is really, it's 5 shields are in this area, find them. and it's a huge area. It's vertical, and so for me, I couldn't draw maps that were going to help me. I felt compelled to draw maps, but I almost immediately gave up because the world is so vertical. The trails are all spirals and twists and turns, and it's like a labyrinth with no walls. Really interesting. How frustrating this game was for me.
And you sprint fast when you sprint.
You go fast.
This is the Doom speed, where
Doom
you are
speed, Dread Delusion speed, yeah.
trucking it. And I really appreciate the ability to blow through a level if you kind of have a sense where you're going. Just holding the sprint button and just going from one end to the next.
Yeah. You can zoom through the game pretty quickly.
Especially in the
if
non-combat
you know where
areas.
you're going.
Right.
If you know where you're going.
Oh, I will
so-
say you can run past the spiders. I did that like a few, more than a few times. I ran past enemies because I was like, I cannot do this area. We are running.
There are only a few spots where you get gated by how many enemies you've killed. I personally, I think I once ever reached one of those gates without having already killed that many enemies. So I didn't have to do a lot of hunting. I was just murdering everything in sight.
Was it in the whirlpool area?
Oh, the underwater zone where you had to go hunting with the spear?
Oh, no, I was thinking of the big giant whirlpool barrier. I didn't get any kills before then. I had to fight some tentacles.
Oh, yeah, or worms or something. Tentacles.
Well, yeah, that one they actually do that on purpose because, like, for me,
Right.
that was also the first time I ever had that I ran out because you fall down into the cave and you're at 0 because you use the thing to open the gate to make you get down there, and then
Right.
you have to fight like 7 of the tentacles. There's like 13 down there because I killed all of them, but you only need like 7 or some low number. I guess don't quote me. I could be wrong, but yeah, you have to kill all of them. They force you to. Because at first I was like, okay, I'm ready to go, and it was like, nope, you got to kill these monsters.
Max, you hinted that a lot of crossbows in this game. They're all ranged weapons. Even the melee weapons are used
sword.
as the sword and the axe. You both use as ranged weapons. You just throw them. What were your guys' favorite weapons or your go-to weapons? I loved pretty much all of them.
I love the bow. You get really good with that bow, and it can be a fun time. But I think I'll have to go with. Oh, it's really hard. It's really hard. But the bear crossbow is a lot of fun.
The sniper mission in the valley where you're fighting all the ballista trolls or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
trolls.
So that's what I meant. That was like the first zone that really grabbed me as like significantly different than the rest of the game. It really did feel like a sniper zone, like a sniper level. That was pretty fun. That was a really fun mission.
Yeah. The game does a lot of the mechanical movements where they kind of shift what they're doing and what objectives they want you to do. But
Yeah.
also, everyone else's favorite items. We should hit those before getting too deep into that sort of stuff.
The exhumed throwing axe was just a boss killer. Like it was very easy to throw, and it would just throw straight, and I would play very fast and loose with my distance with the boss, so I'd be like really close to them, and when I'd go for a hit to like confirm in hits, so like either the throwing axe, the throwing sword, or the throwing spears, any of those weapons, but the axe was the first one that would always be out of ammo.
Oh, for me, Oh, sorry, you go. Go for it.
You go.
Okay. I really liked the slingshot. I was very good at sniping with the slingshot. I was also very good sniping when you got to the troll area, but I was very good at sniping from afar with that slingshot.
The sling, like, because technically a sling is different than a slingshot.
Okay, it's a sling. Yeah, I guess the sling or whatever it is.
The first weapon you get. That might have also been my favorite. Something about needing to wind it up twice and the arc of it. I think at first I was terrible with it. In fact, I don't think I know. I was really, really bad with the sling at first. And then like halfway through the game, like just before you get the upgrade where it's you can shoot fire projectiles from it, I started using it a lot. And yeah, I became really accurate with that as well. That was really satisfying to use. Loved the bear crossbow for sniping. The ballista at the end is pretty fun. It has huge recoil, so it knocks you backwards. And in the final boss fight, it's almost useless because it's it'll almost in most shots you would take with it will just knock you off of the arena.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, but in
so
the fight, the first fight you do with the man riding the worm, just firing nothing but ballista ammo, I took out almost 3/4 of his health before I had to use any other weapons. So it's really useful. Although you do have to reload it forever. It takes like 3 or 4 times as much time to reload the ballista as the bear crossbow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very, very slow to reload. But that was really fun. In fact, it was almost useless because of that, but it was fun anyway because it did so much damage. And I don't know, towards the end, I really liked the rotating crossbow.
Yeah, the rotating crossbow I went on a journey with where I didn't like it that much at first. And by the end, when I'm shooting all the ghosts at the glacier, I was loving the rotating crossbow.
It's perfect
That's where I
for
liked
the very,
it the
very,
most.
very final fight when you're fighting the tree things.
Yes,
yes.
MVP.
Perfect for that. Yeah.
Anything that's low HP and in many quantity.
Yeah, there really wasn't a weapon I didn't like, honestly, the more I think about it. And that's another thing that's special about this game is there are a bunch of different weapons you get to use. A couple context-specific weapons as well. There's a staff that consumes the head of a lamb as it blasts energy. And there's there's thunder spears you get later for one specific fight. I liked all of them, and they were useful in different circumstances.
Yeah, the snake one was my favorite.
Yeah, the snake one was my favorite.
Take
your life. See, the staffs are cool. I wish they were in the game more because they're sick.
I wish they weren't boss dependent.
Yeah. Taking your life if you miss, but healing yourself if you hit is such a good mechanical idea for this game that I'm shocked it didn't stay after that.
I will say that this game really had you use all the weapons, because there's a lot of games that I've played where they gave you a lot of weapons, but you kind of stick to the ones that you like the best. This game, you really use all the weapons, like truly.
I think it's a big part to play is the fact that the limited ammunition. Limited ammunition is the name of the game, especially in the early game when like your main bread and butter bow has like 5 shots total, maybe 4 shots before. So it's like at the beginning of the game, you're incentivized to like only use the sling unless you need to use your other weapons because ammunition is just so short-handed. And then depending on which zone it is, the game does a good job of like, hey, here's a bunch of repeating the rotating crossbow ammo. You might need to use this in a little bit. It does a good job of giving you ammo when it's most advantageous to use that weapon.
This is the survival horror of it, right? This is the this is the Resident Evil ass.
Evil. Yeah.
Oh, I will say the one thing I really did not like is your weapons get put away automatically. Please do not do that. I'm in mid-fight and my weapon will be put away as I'm like pulling the trigger to shoot the thing.
The sling and the bow will do that because you run out of strength to keep swinging or holding back the string. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So another element of timing there. Timing really feels like everything in this game in terms of like whether or not you're gonna die. You got to have quick dodges. You need to zig at the right moment, zag at the right moments, jump at the right moment, and land where you need to land.
I found my favorite strategy was just holding the sprint key, which I assigned to the back paddle on my Steam Deck, and doing strafing runs around the enemies while just constantly going at full speed and never stopping.
There was an auto run button, you know.
Right.
There was auto run.
You know.
Yeah.
I forget these things, but also it just feels good to hold sprint sometimes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And mixing up the speed that you're moving at can also help you in
It
some
can
kiting
help.
situations.
Yeah.
You can get guys to misjudge where they should leap at you, I guess.
Well, the enemy design is kind of brilliant in this game, the way the combat works, because they're all unique and they move in weird ways a lot of times. The game
Yeah.
isn't afraid of them clipping through objects or environments and stuff in
Or each
certain
other.
ways. Or each other. So it enables them to do more things on the field that make them a more challenging fight. But not in a very cheap way, right? That's the thing that's kind of
Yeah.
tricky, where even though they're kind of clipping through objects that they probably shouldn't, it doesn't feel bad.
Yeah.
No, I loved that. I loved the PS1 look, and I loved the vibe. I loved the goofiness, the clipping. Even like there's a few parts you can glitch. Like you can glitch the moose between the trees so then you don't get hurt.
Yeah.
What
Nice.
moose? I don't remember.
There are three.
like three
you fight
mooses.
3 mooses. You fight one like right before you first enter the room where you have to place all the shields in Green Slit. It's like a mini boss fight.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember.
It's in this.
Now
It's
I
in, and then
remember.
later you fight the shield bearers in that same area.
Yep.
And then as you enter Knox Pond, there are 2 mooses outside the cabin that you can fight before you approach the pond itself.
That's right. That's right.
Knox Pond, that was one of the first areas that really clicked with me.
What a creepy
I-
place.
Yeah, there's just this creepy creature in the middle of the pond who you can't hurt, you can't wound.
I loved that.
Just a pair of eyes and like seaweed is what it looks like, and it's just a head poking above the water. And as you get closer to the pond, it starts pulling you towards the pond. And if you fall in, you're dead. You can't swim. So if you ever enter water that doesn't have green ripples as you approach it,
I did
then
appreciate
you
that.
will die. Yeah, you will die, and it will pull you in, and you have to grapple with it later when you enter a little diving
Oh
bell
my God.
thing and go underwater.
The bathysphere.
It's very dark, very
That
deep.
shit's creepy. And then you realize it's a giant scary starfish thing. I always thought it was like a frog popping out, and that was where it's like 2 eyes, you know? And then
I thought
it's
it was
just
like a
I would-
Grendel,
I don't know what a
I
Grendel
don't
is.
like a water
From-
demon.
Oh, okay. See, it's like a water spider starfish evil thing.
I thought it was
like an octopus.
evil Pokemon, the Tangula.
It kind of is. It's like a water tangela.
Exactly.
See,
Yeah.
I was thinking it was like you're saying, like just straight up seaweed, because again, that's nature horror. Like you're in the water and something touches your ankle, and you're like, "What is that?" And it's like, "Yeah, that's the seaweed monster."
Yeah,
Ugh.
true that. That's a cool zone. I actually really liked the tick forest. I like that as you're ziplining into it, you can see all the ticks up in the trees.
It's crazy.
Below you. There's like just dozens of them. And then you're kind of challenged to navigate this wood. And this is, I think, something that really impressed me about this game is how many enemies use natural camouflage. Like their coloring, mimicked or blended in with the world
Yes.
around it really well. There's some spiders, who I think around Knox Pond that crawl on the ground that mimic the grasses. There are.
You're stalked by those spiders in a way
Yeah.
that it's just fucking
Yeah.
terrifying. That's another
Because they
thing
stop
that
moving
got
when you
me.
look at them.
Yeah, they stop moving
I
when you look
loved
at them.
that.
Oh,
It was so cool. Yeah, lots of the ticks blend in really well with the treetops. And just I don't know, navigating that dark forest area and sniping them before they can ambush me felt really cool.
yeah.
Yep.
I like that
that's
sequence.
Sourwood
Sourwood,
is
yeah.
also really fucking creepy in general because the daddy long legs.
The bouncing daddy long legs.
Oh.
Creepy and funny. They were
Yeah.
also really funny to look at as they menacingly bounce up and down towards you.
Happy creepy.
Yeah.
It's a happy creepy game.
and I think I want to get into how I got scared in this more times than so like again I was playing this game at like anywhere between 11 p.m. to like 1 a.m. Pitch black, loud volume, and just my screen right in front of me. And so it was the sneaky spiders in the back of Knock Pond.
Yeah.
That were like guarding the back left part of that last final swamp area.
Yeah.
The ones that stalk you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those ones, and the noise especially the noise they made when they got really close, because when they would surprise me, would not see them. The noise combined with like now there's spider legs all on my screen, that made me jump like 3 times.
Yeah, it's scary.
If you don't like spiders, you won't like fighting them.
Oh yeah, this is not a game that an arachnophobe could ever play.
No.
Yeah. So I'm curious, Max. I think you said this game didn't click with you at first either, and then there was a moment where it just kind of clicked. Was it a specific moment? Was it an area? Because for me, it was a moment. It was a singular moment. But I'm curious what it was for you.
It was as soon as I left Greenslit.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I left it to figure out where I needed to go for the pulley system, I was like, okay, now I know where I need to be. It truly was, like, just getting a mental map. Because I always, for Greenslit, I just was held right. I did the old maze trick, which is stay to the right.
Yeah.
And until I visually had the entire map in my brain for it, and then I was able to figure out like where I needed to go for everything. And really it was just like mastering Greenslit to then be able to go to any other area. And I'm like, every other area is so much more linear.
This is part of the reason why Greenslit's one of the most brilliant levels in games, in my opinion.
So it didn't work for me that way. I was also happy to be done with Greenslit. I never mastered it. Every time I had to re-enter it to navigate somewhere else, because you have to go in and out of this area quite a few times, I was lost again and was literally just trial and error until I found my way back out. Never knew where I was. At no point was it. And it's crazy because like I'd think, okay, now I know where I am. And then I would go in a circle like 5 or 6 times. That's not an exaggeration. Like I would find myself back at the same place, and I think it's brilliant for that reason. Like this does feel like getting lost in the woods a lot of the time. The underwater cave sections also feel like that. Like you turn around and then you're lost. You have no idea where you are. And so Greenslit really fucked me. The moment that turned things around for me was the bum 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 do 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 do. There's a dance scene.
Yeah, my favorite part of the game.
You find the sheet music, and then you find the band to play it, and then there's a wonderful little, feels very like folklore scene where the whole village comes together and sings and dances the magic song, and the priest reveals himself as a horrible doppelganger monster.
I remember that moment thinking, oh my gosh, Uncle's gonna love this part.
Yeah, I sure did.
We have to be
the game. Everything changed for me in that moment.
We have to be specific in saying to the viewers that the doppelganger reveals himself by doing the worm.
Oh yes, yeah.
He's doing the worm. He
Yeah.
can't resist the dance, and he's acting like a little worm because he's from the worm dimension.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's great.
The song rules. It's got like these weird, like almost like synthy notes in it, and it's also kind of like tribal beating the drum around the fire music.
It's using natural, like simple instruments and synth, and also Vocaloids for a lot of its soundtrack, and it's brilliant. Greenslit, the fucking music of the music you were talking about during the campfire scene. The audio probably caught up, but Discord definitely didn't.
Audacity picked it up. You guys will hear it.
You know what, audience at home, you'll hear it.
You'll hear it.
Yeah, it's great. completely wonderful sound design too, where everything that you step on material-wise sounds different. Going through water sounds really good. Grass, dirt, stone.
Yeah, I will say that specific moment, it was, I think it was Granite Gash was the location, where it was like a bunch of zip lines back and forth while you're scaling up this mountain. I remember that part, and you can look out and you see the fjord, and you're so far, and it's just the music becomes very peaceful.
Yeah,
I remember
like a
that part.
purely
Like,
transitional area. Yeah,
yeah,
you're just moving.
I like this, and it's interesting because this was a big part that I thought about when I was playing this game. Is like they do have loading screens, but it's funny that this developer almost was like, instead of a loading screen to be like, now you're on top of the cliff, I want the character to have to climb the cliff. But in other spots, it's like, I'm going to have like a direct, like, this is gamifying the game. This will be a transition zone into Knock Pond, or like now you're going into the Raven Fen. But in a lot of parts of the game, it felt like this could have been not a bad thing, because I enjoyed that part. Because it very much reminded me of the name of the game, Northern Journey. I was like, this is me going on my journey. This is part of this is the platforming section of my journey, of my expedition. And there's a lot of points where I felt like my challenge right now is the platforming section, but it never felt like a Mario platformer. It's kind of hard to describe, just because everything was so polygonal.
Well, and also it has this sort of slip to it. I'm curious for you, Bean. Was there a moment that clicked for you, or you did kind of struggle with this game? Did it maybe never click for you or come together?
I don't think it really ever clicked for me. I think I really just struggled the entire time. Like I did get far. I did get very far. I will say that. But there were times that like I literally had to like take a minute, put the game down, eat a snack, and then come back, and then I was able to get through the game. But I did struggle. I mean, even like the kite scene, like I died like 13 times just trying to land the kite. I could not land the kite for the life of me. I died. I couldn't even get to the checkpoint. Like they were like, you can land on the checkpoint. Couldn't even land on the checkpoint. So I'm spending 13 times flying, and I'm trying to land. I'm like taking my time. I'm like, okay, just try to line it up. Don't try to rush it. Just try to line it up, and I'll die. I'll be like, okay, do it again. I'll go even slower. I'll just try to line it up. Don't even, nope. I could not. Even with when you're fighting like the spider mom and her like 2 husbands and all her babies, like I died so many times doing that. And
that's a great description.
Yes,
it is. Yeah, she had 2 husbands.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's definitely what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and at one point I had 1 HP, and it was just me and like 5 of her babies, and I was just like running around, and it was just me and my slingshot. I had used all my weapons. I was truly like using all. That's why I liked my slingshot the best, because I truly was using all the ammo. Like every time there was a fight scene, I used all the ammo. There was never enough like potions. Like I was always like low on health for the start of every battle. I struggled. I truly struggled in this game.
This is probably one of the games that we play this year that's the least like a normal Bean Sprout game, though. Like this really was like aiming a ranged weapon in a first-person perspective doesn't feel like a game Bean Sprout plays very often.
No, I never play first person.
And I didn't have a huge time struggling with it. I can very much see this would be a difficult game because like if you're using the sling from the get-go, like you have to not only have to like aim it, but then you have to like time the projectile with the distance. There's a lot of mental math you have to be doing when like playing an FPS like this, and then including your strafing speed, if whether or not you're going forward, backward, left, or right.
And this
like,
game wasn't made for Steam Deck, so if you're playing this on Steam Deck like me and Bean were doing, it could be tricky to aim.
That makes sense.
Oh, and hilariously, when we first started. Oh, sorry, go.
No, I was just gonna say this was definitely a game made with mouse and keyboard in mind.
Yes,
mouse in mind. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, mouse and keyboard. And I will say another funny note is you all were like, "This game is not scary." I'm like, "Okay, it looks kind of scary. It looks kind of scary." You're like, "No, this game's not scary." I start playing the game. I'm instantly scared. I'm with the
Yeah,
sheep and the mosquitoes. Instantly scared.
Those sheep are amazing. The tick
Oh,
pissed off sheep. The
yeah!
ticked off
The
sheep.
tick sheep.
I almost in Ravenfen. Yeah, that was an enemy that really did strike me. Just sheep that have been driven mad by the ticks burrowed into their back. Yeah. That was
Well,
gnarly.
and you can hear them by the bell, and they're buying, and you can tell how
Yeah.
close they are based on how loud that is.
And this
a lot
is
of
when
good
you have like
audio.
2 weapons at this point and
Yep.
almost no ammo for the good one. Yeah, that was honestly
Very
that was
good
probably
audio.
one of the most intense sequences.
I remember it specifically because at that point I was like, man, there's gonna be some really crazy, fucked up monsters in this game, I guess. But nothing really got to that point again. It was like nothing as like graphic as like a lamb gone mad because of the insects that are just piled on top of it.
Yeah, nothing like in that vein, but I do have to say the knock or whatever, the fucking knock pond creature
Oh yeah,
is
the
the most terrifying thing in this game.
Yeah, because
yeah, just
you
persuades
couldn't
you to
damage
drown
him.
yourself.
You could only scare him away by flashing lights in his eyes, and then he would be back within like 10 seconds.
Oh yeah.
So you're constantly spinning around and scaring off this monster.
Just like
while-
that stupid Dream Reaper.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes
that was
the
silly.
things don't work. I don't think the Dream Reaper
No.
fight works.
Completely
Yeah.
agree. That was very silly.
Very silly.
Very
Well,
silly.
it reminded me of like the nightlight, where it's like you have to have the nightlight on. You have to make sure he sees the nightlight, or he won't
Yeah.
bother you, or he will bother you. But
You're like raising a crucifix to him and he runs away, basically.
Right.
But it's not a crucifix; it's a runestone.
Of
well,
course.
you can't bite me. You're a vampire, but I got a silver necklace on. See it?
Back you, Banshee.
I did.
Nope, you go.
I was shouting out the haunted glacier. I love. I can't remember the Norse realm. That's the haunted ice realm. That's just hell.
Hell.
It's just hell.
Helheim?
Helheim.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love going there. That's great. Favorite bit. Beat the doppelganger, and it's like, now you can save close to water. I'm like, neat. Accidentally flicked my stick, went into the
Oh,
water,
no.
had to replay the doppelganger fight again.
No.
Because we haven't mentioned it. The save system it can be
Oh
brutal.
yeah. No
That
autosave.
was the next. Yeah, I was gonna say, how much time do you think you lost? What was your worst like time loss because you forgot to do your own saving?
It's the
do you think?
doppelganger for me.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Maybe-
the doppelganger and the witch mother. I did it for both of them, where I beat them both
Yeah.
and then just forgot to save or didn't
Damn.
save.
Yeah, no. For
I
me,
will say-
the witch mother. Yeah, I beat her, and then I clicked reload instead of save.
Oof.
That sucks. I think, honestly, maybe 5 minutes. I got really, really good at training myself
Yep.
to autosave in this game. I was
Yeah.
constantly quick saving. Constantly. Like, especially towards the end. Once you get to the haunted glacier, you are begging for a place to save. So like anytime you can't see an enemy right in front of your face, I was bashing quick save. I also loved the haunted glacier. I loved all the little guys who, like all the little black monsters who you can't damage, and if you make eye contact with them, they rush you, and so you have to literally ignore them. You have to not look at them, and only focus on the white enemies.
That bit's good.
I loved that.
I loved that in all the times that showed up because
Oh, yeah.
the first forest you
Yes.
go into,
Yes.
Yeah.
there's the note you read. It's like, okay, there's some dangers in this woods. Make sure to use your sling. But also, there's a dark evil agent, but don't bother wasting your ammo on him. You can't hurt him. And there's just this little
Right out of the corner of your eye.
almost like a gray alien, but it's completely shadowed black. And he will just zip from tree to tree and follow you around in that forest. And doesn't do anything, but it's like you didn't. The game developer didn't have to add that to the game. It didn't add anything that you affects you at all, except for the fact that it's like it puts you on edge because now there's just this figurine that's chasing you around and you don't know if it's going to do something.
It scared
you
me.
get like a dozen of those guys on the glacier.
Yep.
Yeah, and you find a bunch of them.
Yeah. The first time I noticed the little guy like scurry across a tree, like a past a tree, I was like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is that what they meant?"
Mm-hmm.
It freaked me out. I don't know. This game was truly the most terrifying game for me that we played this year. It was Silent Hill, and now it's this one.
It's
This
spoopy,
game
I
had
guess.
a lot of good. Yeah, this game had a lot of good like themes though. Like I loved like everything that we're talking about. It was really good. Like the little like all the bosses, the like little shadow creatures, the ghost ghouls, the kite scene, the fighting the witch mom, fighting the witch daughter, fighting like even like the naked witch who like flashes you as she like drowns your boat. Like so many different things that were like so memorable about this game.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't remember the naked witch that flashes you when she drowns your boat.
Okay, when you're going to the witch realm for the first time,
Right.
and she's
Oh, you
like,
see
"I'll
her
take you to the
floppy boobs.
witch realm."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I guess I didn't consider that flashing. Okay.
Like, yeah,
okay,
she
that makes
takes
sense.
she takes off her clothes, which I thought that was like, I was like, wow, what a power move, go sister! Like, just take off your clothes and float in the air.
I do love the moment where she's flying up into the sky. You just see her float away, and if you just keep watching her, you jump, fool, and you have to like jump because the boat's sinking.
Oh, yeah. I was so distracted by that. I just jumped right away.
Cool moment. I love the phases of the final boss fight against the fool and his pet worm.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the main antagonist is the town fool because of his mischief.
Yeah. Yeah. He brings a demon worm into town that eats the sheriff's dog early on.
Yes.
He escapes, and eventually the fool is riding the pet worm and then flees away across a field of lava. And then you see him again, and he has gained spider legs, and so it's like a snake with spider legs. And then you see
and like
him
because
yeah.
the fool introduces it and look, my pet found legs.
Yeah, and then he grows like moth wings or something. And so it's like a snake, a spider, a moth, all like little scurrying things that scare the shit out of people. But he looks so janky, and when he gets the wings, it's one of my favorite moments, honestly.
It's so
in the game.
good.
He ties knives to the legs of the spider, and so it looks so fucking silly. And it moves. It is the jankiest moving thing in the entire game. Very, very funny. Very difficult fight. I really struggled to hit that fucking thing. Maybe because I kept trying to use the ballista, and the ballista is not ideal for that fight at all. Yeah, that was a hilarious moment. And then the final fight where it comes back as just a dragon, basically.
Well, it's Nidhogg.
Yeah.
Yep, Nidhogg.
Yeah. Loved those fights. The final battle is the thief keeps trying to steal the final dimensional violator.
Yes.
And he keeps dancing because you're doing another dance battle that you're using the power of music to summon basically lasers. like for like a laser show to burn this dimensional violator. And the thief keeps dancing his way back into the circle and running away with the violator. And you have to snatch it back from him and put it back. And the whole time, these tree monsters are trying to get you. Yeah, I don't know. Frantic, fun.
Well, and the music that's going is just
so good.
A chaotic version of a theme that's been playing again and again, a motif. And yeah, you just get more crazed versions as you go on fighting this pale snake and his rider. It's great. It's a great time. I'm not super compelled by all the story bits in this game, to be quite honest.
Agreed.
It kind of just is. When this game says it's happy sad, I'm like, I don't know what's sad about any of this, but all right.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's no
I think it's
sad
just
here.
happy goofy.
It's just a goofy
happy
game.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
I
happy
wanna
creepy.
I want to know what parts made you sad.
Yeah, maybe the music is the only thing that's kind of sad about it, but it's not really sad in that way.
No. Someone could take it as sad. That's as sad as it gets.
Yeah, so I truly don't get why it's called happy sad.
Maybe happy
Yeah.
sad is a kenning that just makes more sense in Norwegian, in Swedish,
Yeah.
whatever language this guy speaks.
Yeah.
I really thought this
Gibberish.
game was like happy quirky. Like I wasn't getting sad at all. I was getting like quirky, and I like quirky games, and I was getting kind of
Yeah.
happy because a lot of even the villagers, like even though they're in bad situations, a lot of them were pretty happy.
Are they in bad situations?
Like the guy who's getting bullet pelted.
Yeah,
had
but
a
he
little
seemed
smile
like,
on
oh,
his face.
shucks, I'll pay my taxes next year, I guess.
Yeah, he was still happy. You know?
Happy enough to dance.
Yeah, happy enough to dance.
Yeah, you end the game by you're sent away by the flute player, with your what does he say? He says something like, "You will never come back to this place again. Here's a map to find your way back." Or he says something like that.
Well, it's a map to find your way out, back to where you're going.
Okay. I thought it was like you'll never find your way back here again. Anyway, here's the map. Yeah, you're rowing.
I'll sink your boat again if I need you.
Yeah, I'll sink your boat again if I need you. Yeah. I don't know. A very satisfying game. I think perfect length. It didn't feel too long. I wasn't left wanting a whole lot more. Most of the boss fights were kind of meh, interesting to look at, but they weren't that fun. I think the boss fights fall the flattest for the most part.
Yeah, I would agree with this. As soon
The
as they
same
become
strategy works for them all.
well, as soon as they become bullet sponges, the shooting mechanics kind of lose its depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
If they-
Because I thought each boss was kind of fun. Like even like the troll guys, kind of interesting because they're like up on the hill and you're like down below on the
I
bottom.
guess
of
they
the
are
cave, and-
bosses. Yeah, I mean,
So there are encounters that were like when all the skeletons come fight you out of the fort. That's like a boss
Yep.
encounter, but that felt more like the rest of the game because you're fighting a crowd of guys, or the battle against the 8 shield guardians or whatever, 5 shield guardians.
Yeah.
Those felt more. I don't know. I liked those a little more because that was just like a more advanced form of the rest of the game. But the bullet sponge fights with just one enemy didn't always work. I don't know. The spiders fight was interesting because there were so many elements to it.
yeah, the spiders
queen
fight is good.
That was
What
the issue. I think
about-
there's too many boss fights where the element is strafe away from the boss and shoot him.
Yeah.
What about the troll in the water that was like throwing like, what were they throwing at you? Those creature things that would like come and get you.
That's another good one.
Oh yeah.
In
Where was
in
it?
Troll
That
Hole.
was-
Yeah, like right after you do the towers of the trolls, you then do those guys, and then right after those guys, you do
Oh.
the troll spiders.
No, yeah, that's
That's in the fucking
I can't remember the name.
one of the places.
Because they're in the water.
much later.
They're like the green ogre trolls in the water
Oh,
that throw.
those aren't bosses. Those are just like
Those are just guys.
right, guys. Those are just green goop guys, and they're throwing like exploding bugs at you.
I don't know why. In my mind, every single encounter, I was like, "This is a little mini boss." Like, this is a boss fight.
There's a lot of them that are like that.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of that.
I really like the
A lot of the
image of the rope bridge from the hypothermia waste when you finish the kite section and you have to go across the
yeah.
bridge as it's
I'm
swinging
glad you
in the
brought
wind.
that up.
Yeah.
I meant to bring that up.
It's like twisting and turning. What's that movie? There's a movie where a guy has to run on a bridge that's like that for a super long distance. Oh my god. It's an anime movie, I think. Oh, there's a scene I'm thinking of. Ignore this. Delete this. Forget
Dragon
about
Ball
this.
Z.
Yeah, true.
Actually, yeah. I think that is kind of what I'm thinking of. Yes. Never mind. Yes. Oh my god. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's a great,
Yeah,
it's a
I like
great
that.
image, and then it gets to the scary mode when it gets to the haunted glacier part of it, and it's all dark.
Can't see because of the
Yeah.
driving snow. Yeah.
I will say this game is maybe one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. Hands down.
There are some gorgeous views. Seriously.
I was
Yeah.
legitimately, every time you would hitch an elevator ride and you get a shot of a vista, my breath was taken away. There's so many notes where I'm like, this game's just beautiful. This game just straight up is extremely beautiful. I think it does so much with so little and is a prime example of high fidelity graphics does not equate beauty. It's style, presentation, and effective use of lighting. This doesn't have ray tracing or any of that bullshit, and yet the way they light forested mountain vistas in this game is unlike anything I've seen in any video game.
It's very good.
Yeah, I think it harpens back to like just good game design, where if you don't need to show me, you don't spend all this time making realistic graphics, but you can do so much with so little. That's a good game developer. He like that, being able to do all of that stuff with so little, which is why I think like a lot of older games, because they had so many things like roadblocks into game development, like we can only have 64 megabytes total size for this game, so it's like we get here's our space requirements. I think games like that really, when there's constraints, leads to really good game design.
Right.
Tight creative control can go a long way too. You know, having like one person really heading this entire project, I think makes a difference.
It's not like
you hear a lot about like how bloated studios these days struggle to make anything cohesive because there's 300 people working on one game.
Yeah.
It's,
And usually, like, all the cool things in a lot of the games that we like are, it's like, oh yeah, we threw that in as a joke. Like, somebody was just like bored in between like their daily tasks of making the game, and they put that in. It's like, that's my favorite part of the game. And you can't have a lot of that when you have to vote on like, well, no, that doesn't fit the theme of this. Like, we can't put that in there. It's like, this is wasted time. This is wasted scheduled time. But yeah, especially in a day and age where game development is, man, my heart goes to the people that gone into that field. It's a
rough business, rough job market right now, apparently. Yeah.
All of Bungie, they just got cut in half completely.
Oh, that's right.
Sony bought them and then fired 400 of them.
Well, this is aren't they post Sony again?
No, they're not post Sony.
They
are fully.
remember.
They are not. They are not no longer like their. They don't have a CEO, I believe,
Right,
anymore.
yeah. Well,
And
most management still
honestly,
gets to keep their jobs for some reason. That's weird.
well, yeah, don't worry. Their vested stock is up in a little bit, so then they can all leave after they successfully gutted the studio.
Oh, good.
And it's really funny too, because the day after they did the Bungie firings, there was a Sony post saying we're reinvesting. We want to as Sony want to reinvest in live action games. We think there's a lot of potential in live action games after they killed the biggest one, Destiny 2.
Is there any last thing we would like to hit for Northern Journey before we go into questions?
Yeah, I have some comment. So, funny enough, I actually got really... I started this game as soon as we did the other podcast last month. Started the game, I got stuck forever fighting the doppelganger. Forever. Could not get past the doppelganger. I got so far, and then I watched like the playthrough, like how you would do the ending, and I was like, there's no way I would have beaten this game, because you do like the underwater thing and you have to like follow the like red trail or whatever, the leash of the snake guy. Oh my gosh, I would not have been able to do that. And then Also, like with the lighting, when you're saying the lighting, Faden, I was like, yeah, like there's a lot of moments when you're like cave diving, and you're like, wow, like these look like faces or these look like eyes. And also, people who cave dive play this game. Do not cave dive. Just play this game.
Yeah.
That's a great. I'm so glad you brought that up, Bean Sprout, because this made me think about
Yep.
what Still Wakes the Deep, right? From last year. The other underwater game that was supposed to be scary because you're underwater. This did so much, way better job of that. Like the getting lost underwater and like, even though you're not running out of air, like it's still like I think this game did a much better job demonstrating the horror of underwater cave diving. Which, if you've spent any time on the horrible disaster situations side of YouTube, it's inundated with stories of cave divers dying. This, I think, shared kind of part of that. Like it kind of helps you understand how easy it is to get lost in those kind of scenarios, especially when you lose your guideline. And something else I liked is when you bump into the walls or the floor or the ceiling in those underwater caves, silt comes up and covers your screen for a second.
Yep.
And that is like the big horror of cave divers.
I felt mind melded with the developer of this game, because I was like, oh yeah, this guy definitely watched those videos on YouTube.
Splunking is fucking scary. Like, I can't imagine going, what if I also dove into the water in caves?
What if I could drown while I was doing this?
I'm happy I get dopamine easier elsewhere.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then my last comment.
That second water section is intense.
Oh, it's so
especially
bad.
when you get the harpoon spear gun.
And there's not
and you have
nearly
to
enough
fight
ammo.
off. Nope.
Yeah. There's probably twice as many underwater spiders as there are harpoons. And they're also, something else that's cool is that they're actual sea spiders. They're not spiders that are underwater. They're you know, the unique crustaceans that are sea spiders. It was pretty cool. Or I don't know if they're crustaceans, but yeah, it was cool.
Also love the bit where when you are finishing the troll spider and you know, her husband and children, the flute player says, I promise this is the last time you'll see spiders.
Lies.
Well, he says
Lies.
this is the
Lies.
no,
The bone
he didn't
spiders
lie.
exist.
He said this is the last time you will see living spiders.
Oh, fuck, you got me.
Ghost spiders.
Yeah. He said this is the last time.
This Pied Piper motherfucker.
He said something along the lines of this is the last time you'll see spiders alive or something like that.
That's right. You're right. You're right. Fuck
Yeah.
me. It's so good.
It's
It's
good,
so
yeah.
good how much the game knows that you're sick of spiders by that point. And then you fight an arena full of spiders and then shadow spider summoners.
But honestly, I wasn't even sick of the spiders. Each one was so unique. You know, like Max said, it wasn't just another coat of paint. It was a different enemy. I wasn't sick of spiders. I was glad to know I was close to the end. But
I was kind of sick of spiders, but in a way of like, not spiders again. Like, kind of a pleasantly sick with them, where I'd like to see what spiders they would throw at me, but goddamn, spiders again?
Yeah, I was worried at the beginning of this game that it was going to be way too easy with just how the first spiders you interact with, but then I was pleasantly surprised with how much enemy diversity there was, and
then you realize there's so many spiders in the world.
Yeah, and it's like other weapons are harder to aim, and they're going to just sometimes just throw a crap ton of enemies at you.
not counting navigation, I think this game had an almost perfect level of challenge. Like I was.
Yeah.
Just getting lost was the only game-breakingly frustrating part for me. And that's just a me problem.
Bean, you were... one more thing you said you wanted to add?
Yeah, I was going to say my last comment is... I think, like, I know you're saying, like, don't play this game if you have arachnophobia. The spider thing didn't bother me as much as all the other bugs, but I will say, if you have a fear of heights, maybe don't play this game, because you fall.
Oh my god.
For, like, the longest time. And I was like, if you had a fear of heights, like, this game really is, like, nature horror, where it's, like, suddenly the ground slips out from under you, and then you're just falling.
Yeah, it's terrifying. the amount of height you can drop in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scale
Especially,
we talked about the scale a little bit. Like you are traveling. Like it's cool. It's very similar to the feeling of like a Souls game where the map loops back on itself, like a Metroidvania-esque game, kind of like that map design. You feel that a lot where you're like, man, I've been going down for a long time, and then you like come back up in an area that was far away, but you can see where you spawned in at, or when you went through the loading screen. Like, there's a lot of really cool moments in this game that really like kind of like cements the scale of like the northern journey you went on.
when you're looking down in the sourwood and you see the planks above the bog.
Oh yeah, and you're
yeah.
gonna have to go down there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. I accidentally fell one time, and I remember falling past the boards and going, "Oh, there's health potions over there. That looks like a boss arena," and then dying.
I actually, standing way above there, I heard it was like a maze, right? Because I think the flute player says you have to go through a maze.
Yep.
Standing way above it, I drew a map of it. I
did
drew.
too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
brilliant!
looking at it right now.
That's so smart.
It did help.
I did
it
that,
did help.
and I drew a map of the map on the sign to represent the maze. I was like, I'm gonna write that down too, just in case.
Wow.
I didn't need to do all that. I really had a sense of where to go in this game. I don't know what it was, but I just had no problems finding what to do next.
Yeah, besides like trying to figure out where the pulley system was, I feel like I usually have a pretty good sense of direction in life, but also in video games. I feel very confident being able to like map a map to my brain and then like remember where things were. But it does take me a while to create that map in my head.
Anyone have any last thoughts before we move on to questions?
Oh, wait, real quick. You have no feet. So, like, when you look down to walk over the planks, you're just like, I hope I'm on the plank.
So true.
Yeah.
Especially the small plank sections where you have to go down the little tiny skinny things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or balance on basically a rope a couple times. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Big recommend from me. I think this is a very special, very unique game. This is a very thoughtfully crafted game. It felt artful. And I think I said this isn't a game I probably would have played or finished unless I had like a reason why I had to. And I'm really glad I had to play this game.
Yeah, me too. I'm really glad you picked this game. It blew me away. Morrowind, Doom, Metroidvania. Let's go.
This was one of the games of this year that I was excited this was picked because this was also on my Steam wish list for a long time. I literally had beaten Dread Delusion when it was alpha, and then this game came up on my wish list. I'm like, oh, it's kind of like that. Well, when Dread Delusion comes out and I beat it, I'll play this one next.
I just remembered one more thing. I love the flute segment in the Haunted
Yes.
Glacier.
I love
Having to
playing
play the
flute.
right flute notes.
I was so bad at that.
Tricky on a Steam Deck.
I was standing there playing over and 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 over again. I was laughing because it was kind of silly, but I'm glad that you only had like 3 of those challenges where you had to remember 3 notes in a row because damn, I was not hitting the right notes.
Were you struggling with that too, Bean, or was it fine for you?
I think I was okay at it because I didn't get it
Dang.
the first like 3 times, I will say, but by the 4th or 5th or 6th I got it because it's like I would hold my screen at a certain height and then I would kind of gauge where I think the numbers would be, and if I was wrong I'd be like, okay, then that means it's at this height. So like I was kind of like looking at like again what you're looking at, I would be like, yeah, this is where 7 is. Okay, that means I need to go like 1 up from where I thought was pointing my flute where I thought where 8 was.
Yeah, I truly like depending on what vertical axis your character is looking at, that's the note you play. I've never encountered that in a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
the themes.
strange.
Very good themes.
This is their only game?
Only game.
Well, they should make another one.
Yeah, I would
Agreed.
definitely play another game by this developer for sure.
Yeah.
Our question today comes in from Hilver. The Steam description for the game describes it as a happy sad game. Based on this game, what is your definition of happy sad, and what other games fall into this category?
It's just a photo of this game in negative. Because it's not happy sad. I think we came across it's goof. I really think the only the story isn't sad at all. There's not like a lot of strife that seems to be hitting the town, except for like this dimensional thing that's going on, but then also like a lot of the times where like things maybe start getting heavy, there's a lot of comedic relief through the flute player, and just like things that you see and how the game is artfully made.
I'm truly trying to remember any moment the game got heavy.
And I think in terms of just like themes of like violence, like that was it. Like where it's just like, why is this like the big one for me was the church, where it was like, what are they doing underneath the church? Why is there like, and like the doppelganger guy looks really creepy, and he talks about his flock, and I'm like, there's some cult stuff going on here. But then you find out it's a doppelganger, and then and he does the worm, and it's like, oh,
yeah, this is not happy sad. This is happy grim. Happy grim.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grimm's fairy tale. Happy grim fairy tale.
I'm so curious why the game advertised itself as happy sad. This
I'm
is
telling
the thing
you,
that really.
I think it's got to be like a language thing. Like maybe in non-English, happy sad is a thing. Like that's maybe it's a genre that this is. You know.
I've been Googling happy sad this entire time, and I just like haven't gotten anything.
Well, like, I'm confused why it would be called happy sad, because you help them. You're the hero throughout the whole thing, and you help the village, and they're happy with the result at the end. So what part was sad? Because even when you find them, they're not even all that super sad. Like, the witches are pretty happy that they live in the town.
Well, you do kill the witches.
I think I've got it. Okay, here's a near synonym that I think makes more sense. Happy gloom. This is a gloomy game. It's not sad, but it is gloomy.
Kind of gloomy.
This is happy gloom.
It is gloomy.
That's my answer to this question.
It's kind of like medieval, though, in the sense that these people aren't really educated. They don't really know anything better, though.
Well, I wouldn't say that, right? I think they're very educated in this world and know it way better than anyone, right?
Well, no, I'm talking about like the doctor, like where they just like are throwing like shards, and like I'm just kind of like no one else really goes, yeah, like this is how it is. It's just no, the shards tell me how much potion I should be giving you.
Been dancing naked in the moonlight again. Drink liquid shame. That's one of my favorite prescriptions from the time.
It is good.
Like, I'm not saying it in, like, a derogatory way. I'm just saying, like, there's no, like, school. There's no, like, they are smart. Like, there's a craftsman who builds things. Like, the witches have, like, a whole village. Like, even the dimensional violators, like, they have a whole thing. Like, you have to have, like, a whole scientific machine to shut them down and put them away. Like, I'm not saying they don't have tools. I'm just saying, like, there's not, like, I just am, like,
it's an austere world. There's not a lot here.
Well,
so it's gloomy. Yeah. That's my statement.
I'm just really having a hard time like wrestling with the like, is this a useful even definition? What other games would fall in this happy, sad, gloomy type of game?
Disco Elysium is a happy, sad game.
Yeah. Night in the Woods.
Yeah.
Am I the only one here who's played Night in the Woods?
Maybe.
I think
is that the one with the cat?
You might have bought that for me, and I still don't think I've played it.
Oh man, we might have to put that on the list.
Okay.
Bean, did you say you played it? It's the one with the cat.
Is that with the cat and the fox? Yeah, then yes, I have. And
Yeah.
I recommend it. Listeners, I recommend
so
this
good.
game. Do not look up anything. Do not spoil. Do not watch anything. Don't even listen to me talk about this. Just play the game.
Especially
Yeah. So
like
you go.
Uncle, you're May. Like this is another like you're a May coded character.
Okay.
Like
Well,
It's amazing. It's really funny.
I might. Yeah. Hopefully, I can like May.
And that's all we have for questions. Yeah. Unless we want to shout out some other games for the happy sad category.
Nope, there's no more games. Those are the only two, I think.
Jeez,
Disco
really
Elysium and Northern Journey.
What about Abazoo or maybe I'm saying that super wrong.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Like
Abzu. Abzu. Yeah, that's
so
one.
Wrong.
That and Journey.
Because like that's sad. Because like I mean, I guess spoiler. Skip 40 seconds. But basically, the shark dies, and then you're with the shark's spirit, but you do heal the ocean. So that's happy sad. Because like it still ends happy.
That's happy sad.
But the shark does still die.
The shark does still die. Damn. That is happy sad.
Yeah, that's why I was like, this game is not happy sad, because everyone here seems pretty happy, and they're happy with the end result too.
Yeah, yeah. Weird description for this game. Would we like to talk about other games we played this month?
Yes.
Yes. I played a game called Planet Crafter.
Planet Crafter? I have not heard this.
Planet Crafter. This is a game that me and my girlfriend have been playing together as a co-op game. It's a space survival open world crafting game focusing on terraforming. So you go to a system and you land on this inhospitable planet, and you have to gather the resources on the ground, whether it's like iron and cobalt and all these other just base level minerals and materials that you just absorb with your tool atomizer thing and put in your inventory. And then you have to build like drills to release gas and create an atmosphere. You can plant little like algae containers to produce oxygen, and then you're going to need power to generate or power generation for all of this. And you have a bunch of like meters in your base that you can build that show you like, here's the planet's pressure level, here's the oxygen level, here's the heat level. And then as you go up and up and up, you gain access to new terraforming tools where it's like, now you can spread grass everywhere. Now that like then since you have enough pressure and heat, now there's rain clouds that form. Now it can rain. Now there's lakes. Now there's rivers. Now there's trees. Now there's insects. Now there's animals. Like, so every different like level of like you have a terraform total level that you like score you go towards, and you unlock new researchable like items and tools to use, and you explore this planet that you're on, and you find all these crashed ships of other previous failed terraforming attempts, and it's really, really enjoyable because you start and you like, it takes a lot of time. Like, how many hours do I have? Let's see. So on our current planet, I've spent almost 27 hours in the game playing, and there's still a whole section where I build a rocket to then go to a local planet and then start terraforming that one as well, which is completely complete new hardware and tools. There's DLCs where it adds completely new systems, which has different upgrade paths and different requirements for terraforming. Like, there's like a whole poison planet you have to like remove the miasma first, and then you can replace it with like terraform stuff. And it It's a really, really enjoyable game. It works for people who aren't super into video games as well. I think it's a pretty easy survival crafting to get into. The only danger you have to worry about is whether or not you can get back to your pod in time before your oxygen runs out. But like, you can also upgrade your oxygen tank. You can get vehicles. There's a lot of really cool and fun, enjoyable, if you enjoy survival crafting games. But then you get the payoff of like, because I built all these drills and all these things, I now have this lush planet that I get to enjoy because I terraformed it. It's quite the perfect space crafting survival game, I gotta say. I would highly recommend it if survival crafting games can like scratch that dopamine itch in your brain.
Wait, I'm sorry, what name was this again?
This game's called The Planet Crafter. It's on Steam.
Okay, it just sounds so similar to Astroneer.
I mean,
yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's very similar. Yep. I like this one more just because I get to terraform, because I played Astroneer. I love that game. That's why I got hooked, because I heard that you could go, once you're done with your first planet, you rocket over to another planet and start terraforming that one. And I was like, oh, it's just like Astroneer. They just recently sold 2 million copies of their indie game, and they have both recent and overall reviews at overwhelmingly positive. I can't do anything, and it's 50% off right now because of the Steam Summer Sale. So there's all my advertising I'm going to do for it, because it is truly a fantastic game.
You did a good job, because I'm going to be buying that game.
Yeah, I think you're going to love it. It truly is a great time.
Yeah, because normally your partner, they don't like to play games.
Sometimes, but it's like it has to be like the special combination of all the ingredients to like really want to dig their teeth in and like be as enthused as I am to play games. And it really does. And it's like, and it's a game too where it's like, I also selfishly really love playing it too. So it's a game where if you're really into games, you're gonna like it. And I think it's a game where you can invite others that it may not be their thing, but are interested in the hobby that you enjoy so much.
Well, that sounds neat. Is it third person, first person?
I believe it's first person. There's emotes you can do, which moves it out to third person. I believe you can swap to a third person camera.
Okay, so it kind of does both.
It might really be. That's not a confirmation, but I played it entirely in first person. And yeah, I don't know. It's, if you like games like, I guess, like Spore, kind of, it felt very, it kind of made me feel nostalgic for that game, because there's a bunch of alien creatures and bugs that you release to your planet, and I don't know, it really was just a fantastic time. And so, and it's designed for 1 to 10 players, so I got some of my other friends involved, and we're gonna buy the DLC planet, and we're gonna play with like 6 people on that, and just start from scratch and see how fast we can terraform.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the game I played. It truly, I can't recommend it enough. It really is fantastic.
Getting your crafting itch in.
Yeah.
I can talk about the game I've been playing this, multiple months, honestly.
Prove it.
Yeah? Well, I played Persona 3 Portable.
Never be charity. The enemy you're fighting covers all society. Damn right, mommy's not here, gonna fight all night. Right here, shadow 10 o'clock direction. Seize the moment, destroy the nation. You rhyme slow motion, give me motivation. Freak out now.
The old Personas.
Old Persona. Came out in 2009 for the PSP. Remake of, obviously, Persona 3 for the PS2. This is the first time I have ever played Persona 3, and oh boy, did I actually have a really good time with this one.
Remind me what the fuck Persona is. Every time somebody tries to explain it to me, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. What is Persona?
Is a game where you play as a high school student who gets these powers called Persona, specifically the ability to summon multiple different personas. They are like demons that can help you fight battle against other demons.
So
They're usually associated with a major arcana symbol.
Okay. That's for some reason that's not at all what I thought it was. I mean, it's
What did you think it is?
I mean,
if you had to
it's like
explain it?
mostly social drama, isn't it? Like,
Yes.
yeah, okay, that's my understanding of Persona is that it's just a fucked up high school, and you're just dating.
Persona
everyone.
5, it's a pretty fucked up high school. Yeah, dating is also a big central focus in 5. 3, not as much. You only have very few romance options that you have in 3, and you can't date everyone because the other people get jealous.
I like how that's considered not a lot of romance. Like, there's only a few romantic partners, and you can't date everyone.
In 5, it's crazy. In 5, it's truly astronomical. Is the thing we gotta.
I really don't know this series, so.
You can be dating like 10 different women in 5 and get a scene where they beat your ass in Valentine's Day when they all realize you're dating them at the same time.
Wow.
Well, that's good at least. Yeah. I like that.
I guess. They'd never heard of polyamory? Jesus. Anyway.
Well,
I mean,
the idea that they were
polyamory works
all
like
not
that
being
too
told.
sometimes. So, I mean,
That's true. But Persona 3, I actually got a lot of a dungeon crawly aspect like from it this time, where I like the combat system. You have a whole bunch of different elements. You got your winds, your fires, those sort of things. You also got different types of physical strikes, piercing, whatever. And you have to try to figure out what is this enemy weak to. And once you figure out what they're weak to, it lets you take another turn in your combat phase. It's a turn-based RPG. And so you try to build up these combos, kill enemies quickly before they kill you, because the thing about all these games is you could literally just die with one hit easily.
Oh. If you don't make your character correctly, or if you fail something, that's when you get one shot?
If an enemy
or-
just unleashes a darkness spell and it just happens to hit instead of miss because they have high miss rates, you could just die if you have a persona that's not immune to that.
So
or
it's your
even weak
fault
to that.
for not building correctly for the fight, or like what is your
It's just bad
punishment?
luck.
How do okay, so it's bad luck.
wow.
It's bad luck. You can do things to avoid it, but a lot of
Gotcha.
times it is just bad luck. If an enemy unleashes a skill on you that could stun lock you, they will do it.
Are you overpowered on as well then?
Yes, you also can do that to them.
Okay.
This doesn't sound
But-
fun.
I'm curious. Is it like you learn like, oh, they can do this move, so I need to make sure I bring this so I can counteract that, or is it truly just like
you learn
Okay,
these
so
things,
that's
and
what- okay.
in combat, your character can switch to different personas that they have registered in their persona equipment screen.
Okay, gotcha.
So you can on the fly change to a different thing if something's not working.
Gotcha. So that's right. I'm like, where's the skill expression? Because I like somebody just randomly die. That doesn't sound fun. But it seems like if you know after that point that could happen, you know what not to have equipped or like
Exactly.
what persona to use for things.
Or what to look for, or to know what enemy to run away from, because that's the other viable option. Is you could just hit the bricks. There's a lot of items that let you escape battles and everything too, so you don't have to be fully trapped. The story kind of takes place in this town where there's this apathy syndrome is going around, where people are just getting completely unmotivated to do anything, and they're just basically frozen in place, just moaning, looking at the sky. And also at midnight, there's this thing called the dark hour, where an hour after midnight, between midnight and 1 a.m., everyone will be sealed in a coffin, except for the people who have personas or other means to break out of their coffins.
Oh.
Then they can wander around during this dark hour, and that's where the combat and the physical conflicts take place in the game.
That's weird.
Which is, it has like a neat little a visual effect too. At the beginning of the game, your character's walking through the street just looking at all the coffins.
what's the big difference in this one? Is like each Persona game is like this one now has this mechanic. What's the one for 3?
I think it's social links, which is the ability to increase your relationships. But I fully don't know. There's like new skills and stuff like that. Specifically the one I played, PlayStation Portable. For it being a remake, the big thing is you can play as a woman, which you can't in the original Persona 3.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
Right? Crazy. They allow it. I don't think you can be a woman in the other Personas. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they let you in for Portable. I don't know. But yeah, that's the one special thing I know about this. I truly I'm not that much of a Persona knower. It's still a area of games that I just don't have much information on. I've only played 5 in this one. Maybe I'll play more. I've been thinking about spinning up Shin Megami Tensei, the original games that the Persona is a spin-off of.
Are those the ones that guy in our fraternity was obsessed with? The one with the weird little bear?
No, that's Danganronpa.
Danganronpa, okay.
Yeah, no, those are mid crime games.
Gotcha.
Or I guess mid mystery novel games.
Gotcha.
No, Shin Megami Tensei is it's dungeon crawling, more dungeon crawling, but with demons that are from this series. Like Persona is from the Shin Megami Tensei series. They'll have the same sort of demons, interconnected, whatnot. I don't know how exactly that works, but it just works, you know? You get a cute dog in this one. The dog is you can take him for walks. That's nice. Comes back with a little like battle item.
Wait, what color is this dog?
White. He's a monk dog.
Yeah, really cute.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those ripped from the headline stories where the dog's master died due to the shadows that killed during the dark hour.
Oh,
and
no.
so he like stays by the grave, vowing to protect his master, and then you have like a robot talk to him, and the dog's like, I want to get revenge. And so the dog joins your party, and the dog helps you get revenge against the shadows that killed his master.
Good for him.
Good for him. Yeah, the story didn't super hit with me. It's kind of minimal comparatively, even though there's a lot of writing, there's a lot of story to go, but it really was exploring the 250 plus floor dungeon in this game. I was surprised.
What?
250.
50?
Yep.
That's a few.
Well, that's insane.
I was level 74 by the time I finished this game. It took me like 80 hours.
Jesus.
These are long games. But they're kind of nice to just kind of pick at and play over the course of a couple of months, quite frankly. Especially emulating that on a Steam Deck, it's kind of perfect.
Yeah, and most JRPGs are about that long in length, right? In terms of like the short ones.
No. I think that's just a popular misconception. I have played many JRPGs that are 16 to 20 hours.
Okay. I always assumed they're like 800 hours long.
No. This is the Persona gives them a bad name. I mean, they can be, right? That's the thing. Like, they can be a fucking Trails of Cold Steel. They can be a fucking Suikoden, but not all of them are. Does anyone want to go next?
I can go next,
yeah,
unless
you
you
do
really
that.
want to go.
No, you go.
No, we said it at the same time, so you should go.
All I want to
Yeah.
say about Assassin's Creed Odyssey is
Ooh,
that
Odyssey update?
is that Faden was
Ooh.
right. Once you fuck around with the level scaling, the game is playable.
Yep.
It's unreal that it's really not advertised to you at all that like this singular hinge point for gameplay is completely modifiable. The game is such a grind. If you're playing with the regular default level scaling, and once you fuck with that, it becomes a lot more playable, a lot more fun. It becomes Assassin's Creed again, not just an endless grind of RPG battles. I don't know. It's better than it was when I wasn't playing with those settings changed. It feels like, I think I said something along these lines last time. It feels a lot like Shadow of War, but most of those mechanics are watered down, and then also a little bit of Witcher 3 mixed in there. Like the quests feel very Witcher 3.
Oh, yeah.
Except just way worse writing. There are some missions that are good, but just a lot of really standout moments where you're given 2 dialogue options, and you were very clearly intended to choose one of them. Because if you choose the other one, and you're like, I don't want to kill these people. That would be the worst thing I could possibly do. I'm not that kind of person. And then the person you're talking to is like, but we have to. And Cassandra's just like, let's kill them all.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, like there are several moments like that in dialogue where they're like, oh shit, that's right, we're giving the player choices.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having fun with it. I might finish it. It is still absolutely a massively bloated game. There's way too much. Way too much in this game. But I'll probably finish it.
When the game has 3 main quests that each of them take as long as a normal game could be,
Truly.
You know you put too much into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I said last time, once I figured out that you can hunt cultists, you could just go assassinating. That kind of became my focus, and really, that really is my focus. I have
fun.
barely made any progress in the main quests other than hunting cultists, and I think I have, like, I'm level like 53. I've completely wiped out 4 branches of the cult. And like I have like a couple more guys left in the seafaring section of the cult. I have like a couple guys left in the Dalian League and the Peloponnesian League, and that's pretty much it. I've killed the heroes, I've killed the money, I've killed the priests, I've killed all the spies. And
have you gotten further in the mythic stuff?
Not really. I mean, like, I've been killing Cyclopses, but I don't know why I'm killing Cyclopses.
Are there multiple? I did not remember that. But I guess
there's at least 3.
Interesting.
I've killed 2 of them. I have not met my father yet. I haven't even, like, I just got started on the Sparta quest line. Yeah.
You can do a lot in that game before doing any of the story stuff.
Yeah,
like the main story stuff.
Yeah, I have
amazing.
Like I have like a level 4 spear, and like from the forge.
Holy shit!
And I have Cassandra basically has no idea about anything mythical. Like I've just run into some Cyclopses and killed them. And it doesn't make any sense really. And it's so funny because when you run into them, I have not really uncovered much of the story, but I've run into these Cyclopses and killed them, and she like doesn't comment on this. You're just like, oh, yep, Cyclops, another one of my family, and
it's ancient Greece.
Yeah. So I'm assuming her dad's Poseidon, right? Because of the loading screen and whatever.
No.
Okay. Well,
I'm just gonna say that right now. No.
Okay. Well, whatever. Either way, doesn't matter. I've barely done any of the main story, and I'm having fun just assassinating people. That's what the game's about, I thought. So, the end.
I thought. Oh, that's funny. You should go to the Isle Lesbo sometime.
That's one of the only places I haven't been to.
Yeah, you should go there.
Okay.
Lesbo Island.
I mean, it just seems like a fitting place for you. But
Seriously,
like...
yeah. Playing muscle mommy Cassandra, chaotic bisexual is pretty fun.
It's kind of good, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I won't lie. I do like that about the game story.
The best part of the story, yeah, is Cassandra, for sure. I definitely said that last time. Yeah, being chaos bisexual dumbass meathead is pretty funny. Yeah. The end.
Bean Sprout?
Okay. I played the Tidy Up Arcane Librarian game. And it's
Wait,
it's
is
an
it Tidy
organized-
Up Arcade
It's long.
Library, the
It's-
librarian game?
It's Tidy Up the Arcane Librarian.
Library. Oh my god.
Yes,
Sounds like
it's
an isekai.
long. It's a long
Yes,
name.
it does.
Yes.
Is it like a command?
What is this about?
Tidy up the library, librarian. Is that like
A little bit, maybe. I mean, so you're in this library and you're a librarian. Shocker. That's the end. No, I'm joking. And
That's
so
the end.
the principal is like, you find a note, and the principal's like, yeah, like a fae got in here and destroyed the library. You're not allowed to get out until you do it, and when you do it, there'll be pizza for you. And you're like, okay, cool, I got this. And so you're supposed to pick up the books and put the books in the shelves.
Oh,
I've seen
Arcane,
this.
not arcade.
Oh, sorry, am I saying it wrong, or did it not sound right when I'm saying it?
No, I heard Arcane.
I heard
I think Cody said
arcade, so I was then like going, why is this librarian cleaning up the arcade? What's happening here? They don't do that. That's the Arcadian.
so?
Yeah.
Are they like magic books?
Arcane. They are magic
Yeah,
books.
Arcane.
Yes, they are magic books. That's why there was like a fae in here, and I guess like I'm really gonna like put myself out there. I don't know why I have like fears of being known, being a non-anonymous, I guess. Hello, I'm Bean Sprout, and I really struggled with this game. I like organizing games, but there were times where I felt so illiterate, so stupid, because, like, for example, this one book that really comes to mind you pick up a book, and it's titled Life Hack, and you're like, okay, is this necromancy? And you go and you put in there, nope. And you're like, okay, well, it has, life in it, so maybe this is healing. No. And you're like, okay, hacking, is this like destruction magic? No. And I was like, God, I feel so dumb. Where does this go? And I had like multiple of the books. And this game, you don't have like a library card. I wish you had a library card that you can take around with you, because this game is meant to, whatever book you pick up, you're supposed to just shelve it. You're not supposed to organize the books. You're not supposed to like do anything else. Because like I was organizing the books on the ground, and I was like, I wish I had a bookshelf, because I'd see a book and I'd be like, oh, I've seen that book, and I'll put it with the other book that I've seen. And then, but no, you're supposed to literally pick up a book and shelve that book. You're not supposed to, organize the books prior to doing that. But so Life Hack was actually a daily magic, because it's like your life, like like Life Hack, daily magic, or whatever.
Like real life,
so the idea
like
is,
real
like,
life hacks.
Yeah.
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 So you're going from day to day, like you're trying to like figure out from the name of the book what section this is supposed to go to.
Yes. And so some of it was like
I can get behind that.
Yeah, and it was very fun. Like, I actually had a very fun time doing it that way, even though it was, like, so painful at some points, because, again, I just felt so dumb. Like, there was ones that had hearts on them, and I was like, oh, this is clearly a romance book, and I'd put it in the romance section, and it would be like, nope. And I'm like, what is this book, then? But I think that was, like, user error. I'm pretty sure I was putting it in the wrong shelf. I'm pretty sure I was... Because it's labeled, like... A through H or whatever, and I'm pretty sure I was like putting it in like H and it was supposed to go in like E or something, but because there's a little map and it tells you where all, like, you'll be like monsters and you'll be like, like this one's like like they'll pick up a book and it'll say like taming monsters and you go, that's the monster section, or it would be like ice or fire or like shadow, and you're like, okay, that's destruction magic, you're like, okay, put that in there. Healing, you'd be like, you'd pick up the book and it's like a red book, or it has a heart on it, or it has like, some white, like holy kind of vibes to it, like white and gold, and you're like, okay, this is probably healing magic just based on what it looks like. But it was very fun up until the point where you start to level up. So you start leveling up, and you are able to actually use magical spells, which does make the game quote-unquote faster, because you can, like, use a spell to rearrange your books. Because there's books 1 through 10. So you can rearrange the books in your hand 1 through 10, so you're not manually putting them in the shelf. And then you can have a spell to manually put it in the shelf. And then you can have a spell to find all the other books that are on the ground, and then you can use a spell that highlights the shelf, so you don't even have to like look at the map and be like, oh, like H is where I'm going for romance, and you're like, nope, it's just highlighting H, and you're like, what was H again? I don't remember, because I just highlighted it and I just can go over there and just put it on in there. And then same with like the books, like you stopped reading the titles of the books because it felt like a chore. Like it got to the point where I was like, this is such a chore, because I have all these powers and I can go faster by not reading the titles and not reading the map, but at the same time I feel like I'm losing that part of the game that I actually really enjoyed, which was the sorting and organizing and learning of the names of the books. So I feel kind of mixed about this game. I spent 6 hours on this game, so I did spend a chunk of time. But at the end of it, you do get pizza. The doors open, and all the books are highlighted. They're like glowing. They're like happy. You put them in the right spots, and bing, bang, boom. But I pretty much got up to, there's like 3,000 books, and I think I got like 1,500 until I finally got my first power, because I was so bad at completing stacks. Because you're supposed to, if you complete like a stack, so the stack is like 1 through 10, and if you complete like 7 stacks, you get like your first like power. I, for the life of me, could not complete stacks. I was literally just finding books miscellaneously, and I'll be like, yep, this book goes over here, this book goes over here. So yeah, I pretty much was halfway through all the books before I even started getting powers. But then, again, I wasn't enjoying it as much with the powers.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who sells book for a living, this book is kind of my, like, low... This game is kind of my low-key enemy.
Yeah.
Because the way they file things is just insane. I think it truly sounds insane. I don't think anything's wrong with you. I also hate to be the brick in the window. Okay, let me read this from the Steam page. AI generated content disclosure.
Oh.
The developers describe how their game uses AI-generated content like this. The 4 assets in this work, 1 UI component, and 3 landscaping paintings used as wall decorations, frames not included, were produced using additional AI for refinement. None of them were created by AI from the ground up.
No.
AI helped with grammatical corrections for in-game text, which were then carefully reviewed and adjusted by hand. We only considered AI to be a supportive tool. Every detail is meticulously crafted with human intent, as our creative process is still firmly anchored in manual craftsmanship.
In the game I was just playing, there was AI.
There is AI in it, yes.
What? Wow.
This is, I'm normally very anti what Steam ever does for content moderation, but the AI disclosure thing has been a net good on Steam. I highly recommend anytime you look at any new game these days is you just scroll to that bottom to see if they got that disclosure.
Guess I'm just gonna have to do that, because usually I'll like watch like a little mini preview on YouTube and I'll just straight up buy it off of Steam. Like I won't scroll around.
Yeah.
But I guess I will.
It's just like so pernicious now. I think it's like a perfect example because it's like, well, you used it so little, why use it at all? But also, then you say grammatical corrections. Wait a second. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, this game has nothing. This game is literally like bare bones. Like I played other organizing games, and there's been a lot more going on. I'm surprised that they were so lazy that they needed AI in this game that literally is like bare bones.
Yeah, it's strange. It's a very strange situation. This is a very strange game in so many ways. And I've been kind of turning it in my head, and I've been turning it around. Shout outs to Michael on Blue Sky, also a Michigan like game developer. Like us talking about like what would an actual librarian like sorting by call number or whatever game look like. And I think that'd be fun if somebody made it.
Sorry.
It would not have any AI in it.
So you just wish there was more.
I just wish there was more. That's really actually what I'm complaining about.
Yeah, no, that's stupid. Like the game seems like a good idea. Like that would be a good simulator game to just make. But why did you have to put like a percentage point of AI in there for grammatical errors? Who cares? If you're saying that's what you're using for, I just don't believe you.
What's that
right, and then that makes me go like, what are you not saying then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what? Like cuz again, like I can't imagine that when you drafted this game, like you just came up with titles of the books and then, you could just use spell check. I didn't think that you would have to use AI to like change the grammar.
And and they're saying that just for grammatical checks. But, again, it just puts everything into question. That's the thing, right? It puts your entire process into question when you just use it.
They miss like some of the books, again, like just had the word fire on it. Like they couldn't type out fire. They had to use AI to type out fire for them.
Now, according to disclosure, they apparently, based on that, they probably did type out fire. But they just had it checked to see if they typed out fire correctly. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That is
no.
so silly.
Okay, I guess I'm going to have to be really better about scrolling down to that AI disclosure page because...
I think it's a good public service announcement for all of us.
No, that's good. That makes me feel so icky. Well, I was 50-50 on the game, and now I'm like, I hate it.
Sorry to steal the deal.
Well, again, I think I would have designed it totally differently. Well, first of all, I wouldn't use AI. Second of all, I think, again, you lose aspects of the organizing and sorting when you just... Because you can click Y to summon all the books.
Yeah,
you can click
once you have
B
magic,
to
why would you bother?
Highlight the shelf. You can click X to put it in there, to order it in your hand correctly. And you click trigger to shoot it in there for free. And you don't even have to move.
That's wild. I can't get over that. That's wild.
Yeah, it ruined the organizing because then you were just standing in one place clicking B constantly to summon books, and then that's it. You don't even you're not even reading the books anymore because you're just auto summon, auto sort, auto put away.
Should we announce next month's game?
You go ahead.
We shall.
Okay, we're doing 9 of them.
Sure.
Next month, and I wonder who chose this, we are playing 9 different Robert Yang games for Gay Wrath Month. The most important gay month of the year.
You've been talking about this a long time.
Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to do a Robert Yang episode for a while, and we're doing it.
I think you've even talked about some of these games in the previous podcast episodes.
Oh, yeah. Some of these games are vital to me. They're so important, Hurt Me Plenty. So, yeah, I'm going to just read out this list. All right, so we got the Radio 2 Anniversary Edition, which comes with 3 games, Hurt Me Plenty, Succulent, and Stick Shift. We are also going to be playing Cobra Club, Rinse and Repeat, which, if you're listening to this early, start playing that now. The Tearroom. Important game to me, Hard Lads. Logjam. And Rainbows Are Carnivores. I think that's 9. Is that? If it isn't, whatever. We're playing that.
I think you got it. I think you got it.
I think I got it. That's the list.
Yeah.
9
So you're
games.
saying we should play Rinse and Repeat first?
Yeah. You should chunk through these as you go throughout the month. So kind of a grab bag episode of some short games, some short gay games. It's time. Somebody said this podcast wasn't queer enough, and that somebody was me.
Happy Pride Month! !
Happy Pride Month! ! Welcome Gay Wrath Month. Does anyone want to promote or plug anything?
Yes. If you drive in the middle of the highway when there is a zipper merge section, that is illegal. You are not allowed to police traffic. I did more zipper merging this weekend, and I went on another tirade with everyone in the car. I said, look at all these fools not zipper merging. It says right lane closed ahead, not right lane closed now.
Yeah. Look at all that road we're not using.
Yep, and a semi truck pulled into the middle of the highway because he's my good strong white knight protecting all the people that chose to be miserable. He said, don't worry, since you guys chose to be miserable with me, I'll make sure everyone's miserable. So I drove off the highway and around him and then kept speeding down. And then I zipper merged at the end like the good driver I am. And and once I got to the top of it, there was another car that drove in the middle because he's like, no, you are not allowed past me. And so I got in behind him. And then as soon as after the 50 feet of closed right lane road was done, I got back in my left lane and got back up to speed and went around him. I'm like, wow, look at all those people you saved from me. And goodbye. I get heated about zipper merging. If you don't do zipper merging correctly, you're the problem. Look it up. Go to driving school.
Yeah.
Seriously, it really is. You guys are just all doing it wrong, and you would look at here's the cheat code. Here's Max's cheat code for the day. When you're driving and it says blank lane closed ahead, what they really mean is that lane's the fast lane. Get into that lane now and then stay in that lane until you physically can't be in that lane anymore.
And the law is you take turns when you get to the merge. That is that's how you're supposed to do it, is left lane, right lane, left lane, right lane, left lane, right lane. And if everyone did that, there would not be traffic jams when there are lane closures.
Yep. It's just a simple fact that everyone's wrong.
Yeah.
And if you all did it the way I did it, we'd all be moving faster.
This is honestly true.
Yeah, if you think I'm wrong, look it up, and you'll find probably some source that'll prove me wrong and be happy with yourself. But I'll still say you're wrong, and I'll be the one ahead of you, so don't worry.
Good plug.
I will say I had quite literally the opposite experience happen to me once. So, in the city, you know how the 2 lanes turn into 1 lane. And so some people, I literally was at the red light, the light turned green, I'm going, there's no one behind me, there's no one in front of me, there's no one left of me, there's no one right of me, there's no one, even in the left lane or whatever. I start to go, I'm not going super slow, but I'm going at a good speed, I'm picking up speed, going up to 35. Someone legitimately was at the light behind me, I kid you not, had to be 80 miles per hour because I literally looked behind me and there was no one behind me up until the light back behind me. And I was like, wow, I'm actually all by myself. And so I started, petering out. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, they zipper merge in front of me going 80. And I was like, whoa. you need to not do that.
Yeah,
So
don't drive 80 in a city. Yeah, don't do that.
no, that was
I did not condone that zipper merge.
no, there was
movement
no
there.
one around. Again, it was literally just me by myself at the light, and then behind me there was like a whole bunch of people at the other light. But I was like, dude, like, why are you doing this? Don't do that. Don't crash me out. I would rather just pass me for sure, but don't crash me out.
That's great advice. Don't crash me out. That just in general.
Yeah, look, I just want to get home.
Follow me on Blue Sky, Faden Cross. That's where I'm at. Listen to The Lost in the Dam. I do that with Uncle. It's a Warhammer podcast. We're reading books.
Yeah, this month's book is one of my favorites, Thousand Suns.
Hell yeah.
Lots of great
How many
names.
suns are there? 1,000.
At least.
I hope all 1,000 are named.
They're not, but the names that are there are good. Like Phosis Takar. That's a great
Ooh.
name. Amlodi Skarsenson. Maybe one of the greatest just Warhammer names of all time. Love that.
Ooh. Give me a few more.
Kalophis, Uthazar, Azak Araman, or Azak Araman, as a lot of the people pronounce it.
Can you say this like
Aura Magma?
Can you put like a more like a sexy filter on these names? Like make them more like
Well, I don't know what ears you're listening with. This
I
is
think
already
it's more
very
like
sexy
tonal.
to me.
Tonal.
I'd fuck
like,
someone
give
named
me like
Phosis Takar.
Aris, man. Yeah, like,
Just to go.
Okay, have a good night, everyone. Good night, good month.
bye.
Whatever.
All right. Bye-bye.
And goodbye.